Boom, shakalaka, what's up? Hey, just finished shooting another one of my book concepts. Today, we are looking at the book Sticky Faith. Now, what they did is they found out kind of an alarming statistic to 40 to 50% of young people who graduate from our youth group, from our churches, go off to college. 40 to 50% of them will actually end up walking away from God during college. And the interesting thing is the 80-20 principle came into play here. Like 20% of them, they planned on basically walking away from God. 80% of them planned to stick with Jesus, but failed at it, right? Those who walked away, 80% of them didn't plan to. Something happened. And there's a bunch of interesting things that they found and that they recommend in this book. Now, one of them is the first 2 weeks principle. Like the first 2 weeks is critical for if these young people are going to stick with Jesus or not. The first 2 weeks is when they decide what they're going to do, if they're going to do it, if they're going to get involved in church or not, if they're going to get involved in some sort of campus ministry or not. So the first 2 weeks are critical. Now, there was a couple things that I thought were like the big nuggets from this book. One is one phone call, text message, email, even a letter in the mail in that first 2 weeks from someone that's other than the parents, so some sort of adult influence in their life. One contact with them in that first 2 weeks had lasting effects for 3 years, right? So one interaction with an adult in that first 2 weeks will actually help them stick with Jesus for 3 years. So think about that. If you know a young person who's going off to college, if you could just send them a text, call them, say, hey, how's it going, man? That will impact them for 3 years. Now, another thing that I think was really helpful was what they recommend is a 5-to-1 relationship. 5 adult influences in this young person's life other than the parents, right? So 5-to-1 ratio. So think about that. Man, get your kids, or if you know young people, get some influences in their life other than just the parents, because that will actually help build strong, sticky faith when they go off to college. Now, I fully recommend Sticky Faith. I love books like this because it's actually research-based, and what they found actually made a difference, what helped them to stick around. Some great pointers so that we can actually make sure we send off our kids and help them to stick with Jesus, stay strong through their college years. So check out Sticky Faith. If you want my full book concept, go to workermakers.com, right? Workermaker.com. You can get all the tasty little nuggets from some of my favorite books that I think will help us find our place in God's plan to finish in the Great Commission. So go check it out, workermaker.com. You get those for free as a bonus for jumping into the Worker Maker community. All right, see you on the inside.